Hey y'all, welcome back to the Best channel here on YouTube. I'm going to be showing you guys how to achieve these 30-inch bust down passion twists. So my hair is about 75% done. The parts in the back are medium and it gets smaller as we get to the front. The first thing I'm going to be showing y'all is how to part the back of your hair on your own. First, you want to part as straight as possible. Keyword possible. You're not getting braided, so it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm currently standing in front of a mirror, so you want to use a second mirror to check if it's straight. Lastly, you want to adjust it accordingly, so if it's crooked, make it straight. I parted the back in rows and twisted them, but in the front I did it vertical instead. I wanted to make sure the main parts for styling, which are the middle and side parts, were placed correctly. Here I'm on the last section. Finally, y'all, this literally is day 5. I'm so ready to be done. I'm going to be splitting and parting this section equally, first with the tail of the comb and then with the head because it helps get it straighter. Y'all, natural hair is not for the weak. The tangling is not for the weak. It really took me a long time, mainly because of, as you can see here, my hair does not just freely detangle, freely separate when it's dry all of the time. Like, I literally have to blow dry it straight to be able to easily part. This is the easier side of the parting, but in the back my hair was more kinky, so it was definitely way harder to separate, part, and detangle. Make sure to only apply product to your hair and not your scalp to reduce buildup and prevent future breakage when taking it out. So here's the hair that I used. I only ended up using 4 out of the 8 packs. You want to split the strand in 2, especially for the smaller parts in the front because it'll make the braids more seamless. To start, you're going to do a knotless braid first before you start the twist. So you're going to section your hair into 3 pieces and then start to braid. FYI, prior to this hairstyle, I've never done a knotless braid. I've never attached hair because I never knew how. It would just never work out. I watched a knotless tutorial on YouTube, which I'll be putting down in the description bar below, because it really helped me understand how to attach the hair and do the knotless braid. So you want to braid under, always grabbing the strand on the farthest side. I'm going to grab the left. Now I'm going to grab the right. So it may look a little different, but that's just because sometimes I turn it in before I grab it. But I'm always going to grab the hair on the farthest side. So now we're about to attach the hair. I did mess up with this one because I kind of lost the rhythm by the time I had grabbed the hair. So make sure you have the hair ready to go all the time. Another thing I want to bring up is that you want to make sure that when you do their braids, you do them in the center. You don't want the braids hanging off the side or too front, too to the side, because when you put it up, it's going to look weird, or when it grows out, it's going to look weird. So always try to braid as tight as you can and in the center. Like I said, I messed up the last one, so I'm going to show you how to correctly add the passion twist hair. You're always going to add the hair to the side that you just grabbed. Being that the left farthest strand was the last strand I grabbed, I'm going to attach the left strand and middle strand to the hair. And then I'm going to grab the far right strand by going under. So here I'm grabbing the far right strand. And then I'm going to grab the far left strand. Grabbing the far right strand. And then I'm going to grab the far left strand. So you want to do this, I already do this about 5 times, or until I feel like the braid is sturdy enough for it to be twisted without slipping out. So as you can see, I'm still braiding, and then I'm going to check to just make sure that it looks seamless between the part where I've added the hair to the knotless braid, because sometimes if you add too much hair, it will look a little bulky, so you just want to make sure that it looks fine. Sometimes I release it a little bit just to make sure that once I release it, it'll still look good even if I've added too much hair. So next I'm applying product, just because it'll make my hair and the passion twist hair blend a little more together and adheres better. But I like to use a product that does not have a lot of water, so it's not water based, just so that my hair doesn't kink up too much, but that it stays moisturized. Make sure you're twisting as tight as possible. That means leave no space between your twist. I will be showing you a method in the future where I try to keep the twist as tight as possible after I complete it. But for now, just make sure that you're doing your twist as tight as possible and that you're keeping the ends moisturized with products, and making sure that they're blending in with the hair so that it will not stick out. So I seen a piece of my hair sticking out. I adjusted it and I retwisted it right there. Now that I see that it's been blended in well, I'm just going to finish twisting the hair down. I usually put it in my mouth just so I can make sure that I'm getting it as tight as possible, all the way down to the end, as tight as you can. Sometimes you will have knots, just cut them out, and then continue twisting. Now that I'm done with the twist, I'm gonna go ahead and add it to the ponytail. Usually I already have a ponytail in. I don't know why I took it out. I don't remember. But usually I have a ponytail in. I put 2 ponytail holders, one at the base and the one again at the bottom, and try to make it as tight just so that it can create some tension, just to keep the twist as tight and small as possible for as long as possible. So again, to start off the knotless braid, you want to always grab the strand on the farthest side to the left or right. I just grabbed the right strand. Now I'm grabbing the left strand, and then I'm going to go under again and grab the right strand. I'm gonna do this a couple times, maybe about 3 more times before I attach the hair. I just want to stress that practice makes perfect. So you might not get it on the first try, maybe the first couple of tries, but you just want to keep trying. If it doesn't look as neat as you would like, take it out and try again. I'm attaching the hair now. As you can see, I've done basically my whole head and I still make mistakes. I still mess up. It really does take practice. I have to take it out now. So I'm going to retry to attach the hair now. So again, I'm going to add it to the side that I did last. So I'm attaching it to the left and middle strands. Then I'm going to grab the right strand, grabbing the left strand. And I do this until I feel like it's secure and that it looks smooth enough. I make sure that it's tight. As soon as I feel comfortable with how much of the braid I see and how neat it looks, I start to twist, which I'm doing now. Last braid, I'm hyped. So now I'm going to show y'all how to do the crochet method. The first thing you want to do is braid your hair a couple times. I would say about 3 or 4 times. You want to make sure that it's tight. This is for demonstration purposes only. I did not make it as tight as I should have, and you will be seeing that, but you want to make sure that it's as tight as possible so that when you hook in the hair, it'll still be tight when you start braiding. While closed, you're going to put in the crochet hook through the middle of the braid, and then you're going to open it to attach the hair. So you're going to pull it through and then grab one side and pull that whole side through. You want to make sure that both of the ends of the hair are even. I am guilty of not always making sure, and then by the time I'm almost done twisting the hair, I see that, you know, one of the ends is longer than the other side, so I have to split that one strand up, well, that one side up. So make sure that both sides are even before you start the braid. So now you're ready to start braiding. So again, mine isn't as tight as it's supposed to be, but we're going to continue anyway. You're just going to start braiding. I do it again a couple times, about 5 braids before I start the twist. I just like it to look about the same amount as everything else. If you're off 1 or 2, braids, it'll still look the same as long as you're not, braiding halfway down before you start to twist. So I'm actually going to do this one as a knotless braid, but when I was first doing some of the ones in the front, they were too small and I didn't know how to do the knotless method. I was scared that it just wasn't going to come out right and it was just too small. But by this point, I was just trying and I was able to get it. So for some of the ones in the front, I did do crochet, but most of them I did the knotless braid because I was able to get the hang of how to do it.
To be you got so much out, bro. You is so.
Yo, know it took 5 days, but I am so happy with the results. I've literally never attached hair before this, so if I can do it, so can you. Give it a try, and if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. Thanks for tuning in this far. Stay blessed and see y'all in the next one.